I want to platinum every Hello Neighbor game. In my last video, I platinumed Hello Neighbor 1 and 2, which means it's time for Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek. Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek is a prequel that reveals the events leading up to Hello Neighbor, and will finally answer the mysterious wonder that we all have about what happened to Mr. Peterson's wife and daughter. On top of that, obtaining the platinum trophy, which is super simple to get. Before we start, I want to remind you guys that my YouTube's plush is available to order right now, only until November 12th. And once the sale ends, it's never coming back. So if you want your own sexy dilly plush, the link will be in my description. And also, please subscribe because I want to hit 200k subscribers. Okay, thank you. Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek kicks off with the neighbor's two happy children, Aaron and Maya, running around their house like typical children. We can see the mother, Diane Peterson, in the kitchen. Classic. And then we can see the neighbor on a phone call. If I had to imagine, it's probably something work related. This leads us right into the game where we are playing hide and seek from the daughter's perspective. Oh, all right. This is wholesome. Oh, okay, so we're playing as the daughter. Oh, I gotta hide, shit. This brings us to our first stage of the game, which is an imagined, transformed version of the neighbor's house made by Aaron and Maya. This is not what Hello Neighbor looks like. Ooh, why is this house like, what the hell? This is not what the outside of Bro's house looks like in the original game. In total, there are 5 stages I will need to play hide and seek, which feature different objectives and of course, trophies attached to each stage. The objective in stage 1 is to locate and find 16 stuffed animals without being caught by the brother. One thing I could tell, it's like we definitely downgraded in gameplay, because this game is for sure built on the Hello Neighbor 1 physics. Exploring this imaginary forest, I come across a handwheel for a valve, and while figuring out what that handwheel does, I get my first encounter with Maya's brother, who finds me. After being caught by Aaron, I find this big chair with a pipe where the red valve is supposed to go. Turning the handwheel drains the water from a nearby puddle. It's draining that other side. And that drained puddle reveals a slab of meat. With this meat, I'm able to lure out some fat-ass lion, and when we bring the lion to this huge shopping cart on the map, I get my first trophy for getting my first plushie needed to progress. Yep. So do I have to get, like, multiple of them? So every... Oh. First trophy, let the seeking begin. Now that I have the first plushie, I have a clear path of what I need to do. Every time I collect and deposit a plushie into the cart, the time advances. And after I collect all the plushies successfully, the level will be over. Around the map are these holes, with I guess a gopher on a stick poking out, and whenever I walk over to him, he immediately disappears. So in order to obtain his doll form, I need to cover all 4 holes using boxes around the map, which I will come back to in a little bit. Moving on, I climb a nearby mountain, which has my second out of 16th plushie. What is this? That one animal from, Madagascar? Exploring some more, I find these volcanoes that have airstreams, which allows me to fly into a nearby bucket collecting my third plushie. And you're probably wondering how I got out of this mess. Well, it was simple. I'm stuck. Oh, who's this? Whoa, magical bird? All right, I can just teleport. All right. And after covering up all the dirt holes, I was able to collect the gopher, which is my 4th doll needed. I mean, can I just take it? I guess, all right, he has nowhere else to go, so now he's just sitting here crying like a little bitch. Alright. I figured out that using nearby rocks to cover up these volcanoes allow bigger airstreams to come out of other volcanoes nearby. I don't know what it'll do, but fuck it. Forget about it, huh? Oh my god, that just made the... Ooh, look at that. That just made like the biggest stream of all time. Heading over to this huge stream of air launches me up a cliff, which has my next 2 plushies and a huge bird egg. Jumping off this cliff and heading over to the volcano on the other side launches me up to a shelf with my 7th plushie. And after jumping off that shelf, I land on a nearby windowsill, which had something I didn't expect to see. All right, I'll go over here. Can I land on the windowsill? Whoa! What the hell is this? Did I break the game? What just happened? I was just landing here because I don't know if there's fall damage in the game. Is this a glitch? What the hell? Okay, you get a trophy from that? Error 1256. Is that the town from Hello Neighbor 1? Yeah, so the Hello Neighbor 1 map is directly under the hide and seek map, and that's because Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek was developed and released literally 1 year after Hello Neighbor 1 came out. But this glitch is attached to 4 trophies. Each stage has a glitched part of the map with a trophy associated with it, which you guys will see later. Moving on to collect the rest of the plushies, I find my next one on a dresser, and then get my second random trophy. Each stage features around 3 to 4 trophies I can get, and technically they aren't missable, but if I do not get them on my first playthrough, I'd have to replay the entire stage. So probably the most annoying trophy in this whole game, I'm just predicting, is gonna be this one right here. See this flying bird? I have to hit it with an object, somehow, while it's flying. Bro, this shit's gonna take me forever. Right here. What the fuck? Come on! Yeah! That didn't even take that long, I'm not gonna lie. That wasn't even that hard. All right, bullseye. There we go. Nobody got time for this! After knocking out the fat-ass bird, who we will name Bill, I take the big egg off the cliff and throw it. So let's take this. What the fuck is this? Okay, here, take your goddamn egg. Holy, get off me, damn it. That scared the shit out of me. I then fly over to a nearby closet, which has my 8th plushie. Below that plushie inside the closet is this Elmer Fudd weapon that we had in the first game. And using Elmer Fudd, I'm able to shoot a monkey out of a nearby tree, which ends up being my 10th doll. Earlier, when I threw the huge bird egg off the cliff, I made this fat-ass bird go out of the way, allowing me to get my 11th and 12th plushie. And with only 4 dolls left, I am about to approach the end of the first stage. The bird I knocked out earlier for that trophy remains lifeless like my father on the bottom of this cliff, being my 13th plushie needed. And the last 3 dolls I needed I found nearby on a cabinet, a pile of boxes in the sky, and lastly, on a dresser. With all 16 dolls collected, I can now end the first stage and move on. But before I can do that, there's one more trophy I need to go for. So watch, there's this cutscene, right? If he catches me, yep, see, so he's gonna steal a toy, and he's gonna put it back to where it is. Now, I need to reload my game. What the fuck? It just deleted all my progress? Now, you guys are probably super confused, so let me explain what happened. If you get caught by the brother, he will go to the shopping cart or the basket, whatever the hell this thing is, and steal a plushie and hide it somewhere around the map, making you go find it again. And for the trophy you should hide, I need to activate this cutscene 10 times. Now, an easy way to do this is get caught, play the cutscene, and then simply reload your save file. But just like the first game, when I reloaded my save file, I lost all my shit. Now, I don't have a single clue why or how this happened. It literally happened on the first game. You guys remember that, right? But what I figured out is that when I reloaded my game, it auto-saved, meaning I was forced to replay the entire stage in order to get my progress back. After replaying the entire stage, I get back to the point of all the dolls being collected, and after being caught 10 times, I got the trophy. Alright. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was the last one. Alright, we got the trophy, and then guess what happened? Alright, and we're done. Boom. Okay, the level should have been done. I guess it's not. What, do I need one more doll? It turns out that my game was soft locked. I don't know why, considering I had all 16 dolls in the basket, which means I had to replay it for a 3rd time. This has to be the end. It has to be. Put this here, and we should be done. Oh my god, thank god. Yes, hunting done right. Thank god, it's finally done. With the first stage complete, the mother calls out the kids for lunch. All right, it's time to eat. Hell yeah. I guess you could say it's dinner time, neighbor. Yep. Which transitions us into the next stage where Maya and Aaron are playing cops and robbers. Oh, what the hell? All right, this is different. All right, let's go. I'm ready. Pretty much every level in this game is the same exact copy and paste format, but instead of collecting plushies in this level, I need to locate and collect 33 bags of money without being caught by the brother. And being completely honest, just like Hello Neighbor 1, I really don't understand how the devs expect you to complete this game without a guide. Starting at the first vault building, I find bags under several desks throughout the room. In total, in this area alone, I found my first 9 bags. And just like the previous level, I need to bring my collected items to this big basket in the middle of the map. What are they speaking Simlish, bro? Like, what is this language? Oh, I almost just got hit like my father. That wouldn't have been good. Heading on to the bank, this area features 6 bags of money, but the catch here is that an alarm goes off. What I didn't realize is that the trophy Solid as Snake, which I think is a Metal Gear Solid reference, I don't know, can be achieved by collecting all the bags of money without setting off the alarm twice. We only have 4 inventory slots, but there are 6 bags, so how am I gonna, like, you know, get bags and come back, you know? Well, it's obviously simple, so if you just take 2 bags and throw them out of the bank, and then you come back and collect the next 4 without leaving, you'll get the trophy. Oh, Solid as a Snake. Only 1 red light is allowed. I don't even know what I got that for. Depositing these bags leave us with 15 out of 33. I will say one thing about this game, kind of like Hello Neighbor 2, is that I really enjoy the atmosphere and level design. I feel like this game was kind of a test for Hello Neighbor 2 because each level is pretty much the exact same, but the world around gives me enough distractions to, like, you know, make me want to see more. Like this next area, which has us doing a bit of parkour to find a code in a random drawer. Typing this code 137 into a nearby safe gets me 1 singular bag of money. All that effort for 1 goddamn bag. After that, I end up in a make-believe grocery store where I find my next 4 bags of cash. I then collect 2 more bags in a money truck and then 2 more in another truck during a car crash. Must have been my mother driving. By this point, I had no clue what I had to do because, as I said, I seriously don't know how people complete this game without a guide. I find out that I'm supposed to access the roof of a building through a very special technique. Following in my papa's footsteps, here we go. Dad would be so proud. He would be so proud of me. Yahoo! Did it work? Aw, shit, I didn't get enough. Well, he's disappointed. Son, I can get hit by a car and go flying like a starfish, but you can't, Jukin. Oh, it worked. I'm a goddamn genius. I'm actually a genius. Upon getting access to the roof, I then use an Airstream thing to launch myself to the roof of an apartment, which had 2 more money bags and a golden key. A special golden foreskin key. Inside the apartment, I use this golden foreskin key to unlock a painting, which has 2 more bags of cash inside the painting. Jumping off the building leads me to a low-textured wall, and when walking into it, this happens. Where are you going? Where are you going? Alright, so apparently there's another secret area behind here. Error 2. Is that the Windows 10 thing? Wrapping up the end of the stage, the final bags of cash can be obtained by causing a car crash. In order to do this, I need to change the directions of the street signs. I change this sign up and then this sign to the right direction. This changes the road's path the trucks drive on, causing an accident, where I get my 4 final bags of moolah. And for the final bag, this is me throwing my ball sack into a carton of milk. Yep, that's it. There we go. Rich snitch. Maya and Aaron then finish their games of cops and robbers as the clock strikes noon. But instead of their mother calling them out for lunch, they both come to the realization that their parents aren't even home. So they set up the dinner table. After waiting a while for their parents to show up and no one comes home, Aaron decides to call his mom, but no one picks up. So the kids decide to start up their next hide-and-seek adventure as firefighters. This is cool as shit. I like how every level, it just changes everything. This level is where the gameplay loop finally decides to take a change and becomes more engaging. The objective of this level is to save around 11 babies from burning areas. The first step I had to do was simply jump onto this next roof of a building, and I couldn't tell you why, but for some goddamn reason I couldn't do it, and it took me way too long. Making my way to a big-ass dinner table, I use this red hand wheel on a pipe which fills up a pool of water below me. On the dinner table, under this plate, we find our first baby. Now, I don't know why a baby's on a plate. Not gonna ask who's eating it. I don't care. But moving on, I use this plate cover to put out a fire on the squirt gun. I then fill up this water gun from a nearby sink, and with this, I'm able to put out a fire on this pipe. Ending up in a random-ass mattress room, I take a mattress, which I'll need for later. As you guys can see, there's a lot of bullshit steps that we need to do before I can actually make any real progress. And while wasting my time exploring, I launch myself into this yellow void, which gets me my 3rd out-of-map trophy. While making my way to the next area, I get my next trophy, Crow Taxi, for using the respawn crow 20 times. Whoa! Why did I get a trophy for that? I then get onto another roof, collect my next 3 babies, and then head over to a big pool of water below the dinner table from earlier. The goal here is to fill up this cloud in this pool, and to be able to do that, I need to evaporate the water using Aaron, because for some reason, he is on fire. So if he just walks into the pool of water, it'll evaporate the water. Ooh, what just happened? What a weird way to make it rain. And that was probably the worst footage of all time, but I at least got a trophy, and with the water evaporated, I am able to jump onto the now filled up cloud. Riding this cloud up to the burning apartment building puts out the fire, allowing me to collect my next 4 babies who look burnt to a crisp like my father, but I guess it's okay. There we go. It's putting water all over the building. Right? It should be fine now. Okay. The fire should be out now. I go down here, yep, here's everything, and then we're done with this level. Actually, don't know if we're done. Wrapping up this stage, I get my next 3 babies from a burning building with the mattress from earlier as it somehow breaks their fall. And they're just falling from grace. Alright. The final 2 babies I need are on another fat-ass plate on this dinner table. Oh wait, I think we're fine now. These are the last 2, I think. Please, I need to get done with this stage. This has been so AIDS. Please be the end, please be the end. Please. Thank fucking God. And I just spilled Dr. Pepper all over my desk. With stage 3 complete and the time hitting noon once again for lunch, both the kids hear the door opening. They are excited to greet their parents who haven't been home for a little while, but what happens next is not what the kids were expecting at all. Oh, why'd he, oh, he came home sad because the wife died. Yup, the wife died. Yup. 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 So it's gonna be dinner without the wife because she died. Yeah. This is the equivalent to like you and your sibling playing Just Dance in the living room while your parents argue in the kitchen. Like they just came back and he came back and the mother's dead. Tragically, as we know from the first game, Mr. Peterson's wife, the mother of Maya and Aaron, passed away like my father in a car accident. This entire time, the neighbor has been at a hospital, which is actually one of Nikki's nightmare sequences from the first game in Act 2. But the reason I didn't have it in my previous video is because apparently it can only happen on the PC version of the game. This unfortunate death of the mother has the entire house depressed. Maya comes across the neighbor sad as he sleeps in his recliner watching TV. The neighbor is extremely depressed, while Maya's brother Aaron is showing his emotion in a different way, through anger, smashing everything he can find in his path and treating his little sister like garbage. This transitions us into stage 4 where Maya is a zombie and Aaron hunts her with a gun. Oh, is this where my dad was buried? Alright, must have been. This is my dad and his friends and more relatives. Joking. Since we play as Maya being a zombie, you guys could probably guess that my objective here is to collect brains. I kind of want some brain. Joking. First things first, I head over to this building, collect this book, and then turn on the gas. With this gas, it allows me to jump onto a steam thingy and fly across the map. If I could fly! Oh god. On this part of the map is a house with more pipes. Turning the pipe lever lets me fly to random shelves in the sky and collect a red hand wheel. As you guys can see, every step from these goddamn levels are pretty much the exact same. There's nothing unique about any of these levels except the atmosphere. Now that I have the red hand wheel, I put it on a pipe in the house from earlier. I don't know what this does, so we'll get back to this in a minute, but getting a little sidetracked, I make my way over to a supermarket that contains my first 7 brains I need to collect. Oh, I guess you could say I want some brain. Get it? You get the joke? Joking? Funny joke. Joking. I also get the trophy we need more brains for throwing a wooden plank at a zombie's head. Maybe I gotta throw the plank at like one of these zombie heads. No. Right here? I'm so confused. In classic Hello Neighbor fashion, the trophy doesn't pop for whatever reason until I did this. Whoa! And then the trophy just randomly pops. Okay. I'm a little confused. Why did the trophy pop twice? Yeah, so that's the first time a trophy has ever popped twice in a row for me. I don't know if that was a PlayStation glitch or a Hello Neighbor glitch. In the same area at the back of the store, I find my last glitched area for the last error trophy. This is probably another hidden area. Yep, error 4, okay. What the hell's in here? Oh. And I'm falling. Ah, fuck! I then make my way over to this haunted house where I find a book on the floor, and then I take the book that we found earlier into the next room where we can find an old man watching absolutely fucking nothing on a big TV. Placing this book on a table gives me my next brain on top of the old man's head. After that, I make my way to a clock tower, finding a shovel. With this shovel, I'm able to dig up a few of my father's graves, which have fresh brains inside. What's gonna be in here? Oh, my father's brain, perfect. What remains of him? Just his brain. And his ball sack. And finally, to wrap up this stage, I took the book I found earlier in the haunted house and placed it on this pedestal, getting my 4 final brains needed to progress. Out here. Ooh, my father and all of his friends coming back from the dead. Father, I miss you so much. What are they doing? Whoa, whoa. What are they doing? Whoa. All right. Thanks, Dad. You finally came back from the dead and did something for your son. This is my dad, this is my grandpa, this is my dad's friend that died. And that's my mom's friend, joking. And that's going on to the last stage now. Brain, and bada bing, bada boom, we're done. There we go. Fall of the Living. This is where the game takes its big turning point because we can see Aaron continuously taking out his anger and sadness on his sister Maya due to the loss of their mother. The neighbor then comes in and calls the kids to eat, which makes Aaron even more mad since it's not his mom calling them like usual. While at the dinner table, Aaron keeps abusing his sister Maya, which the neighbor takes notice of, and as a result of this, sends Aaron to his room, making him even more mad, so he takes Maya's doll and mocks her. So he can't control his emotions because the mother died, so he's taking it on the sister when he's not even meaning to. And he's probably mad that he's taking it on the sister, so it's making him more mad, so he just keeps treating her like shit. Which puts us right into our final stage, where Maya finds Aaron crying, and all she wants is her doll back. Aaron insists that if Maya wants her doll back, they need to play one final game of hide and seek, but this time, Maya will be the seeker. Playing the final game of hide and seek, this puts us in a bigger, messed up version of what seems to be the neighbor's house. It kind of reminds me of the nightmare sequences from the first game. This whole part of the game is essentially just one little mini game of parkour. I jumped on this trampoline, which launches me over to this switch, and flipping the switch brings me to a room with a bunch of shelves that I need to climb, until I make it to the roof of the neighbor's house where Maya's doll that Aaron hid couldn't be found. Maya is extremely happy to find her doll, but what happens next finally explains everything. Oh. Alright, so we got the doll, and this is obviously... yeah, I know what happens here. We all know what happens here. Yup, he's mad that she won, and then... yeah. Damn. Well, that's how that happened. Damn. So, obviously what happened... alright. Damn. Wow. A game. So obviously, these are the events that led up to Hello Neighbor 1. The mom died in an accident. The brother couldn't handle it. Plays with the sister. Accidentally kills her. Neighbor buries her in the backyard. Keeps his kid hidden in the basement to hide him from the public so he doesn't get in trouble. And that is the events that led up to the tragic story of Hello Neighbor. A once happy family quickly destroyed. To wrap up Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek's depressing platinum trophy, I just need to get one more trophy that is so stupid and honestly ruins the whole vibe. But for the trophy safe and sound, I need to save the game 40 times. Oh, there we go. I mean, very lame last trophy, but there you go. Safe and sound. And the platinum. What a freaking game, man. That was a sad game. And with that, the saddest Hello Neighbor Platinum trophy is done. If you want to see what happens next in the Hello Neighbor story, I platinumed Hello Neighbor 1 and 2, which you can watch here.